Hello, I am André Lusegardis, and today we are gonna continue our NextJS course, and we are gonna see routes. We are gonna see how we can make this possible. And here I have an application with things already working, and we are gonna check it out. Here we have our app application. Everything that we see in the main page, in the default page, will be this one. So everything we see here, but here we can see that we have a navigation bar that's not included here. That is because the layout file is doing its work. What a layout file does is every page there comes inside of that one will have that properties, or it means that if we every one of these folders will be a page also. So if we click the page link, then it should have the layout of the default page, which is what is happening, because when we click in link, the default is still here. So everything is okay. Well, the application itself is just body nav link. You can also check it out that we have a class name in here. The class name means only that I'm using CSS or Tailwind to modify it and make it prettier. So that's why we have class name in here. I will teach about Tailwind when we get a little later in the class, because it is the main way that Next.js sees as the proper way to code. So we are getting into it. For now, it's just make things prettier, make this go increase in size and change color in background. It's a lot of it. A lot of it. If you want to know more about it and check out the code that I did, the links for all the codes that I always do is always in the first comment. So when we click link, we'll also have a page, and this page will have only link. That is the default. If we want to access that, the page link, then we are gonna have first, we are calling link from next/link, and we are saying href and /link. That is the name of the page, and here it will call the default function. And this also works for every other page. So this is essentially how the basic function works, and with that you can already develop a website with as many pages as you want. But there are other types of pages, and I want to show you, and we should see the dynamic routes now. So what is the dynamic routes? Dynamic routes is, well, we can call a page that there is no name yet, that we are gonna say what it is. So we can see right here, we are inside our application, and inside the application we are in dynamic routes. So dynamic routes, comment what is your favorite treat. Comment it in the comments. I want to know. In my case, it is white chocolate. White chocolate. So I'm gonna write this, and I'm gonna press enter. And we can see now that white chocolate is in here because we are in another page. In the page itself is white chocolate. Is precisely what I wrote in the input. Let's see how that works. So in here we are inside of dynamic routes, and we have a slug. Slug means that we have something here. This something is what I called white chocolate. So let's check out how it works. In here we have the main things of our page, and we have a form. In this form we only have a input. The input is the white box, and inside this input we are adding all the name of the dynamic page. So to do this, we are using useState. This will keep the variable. We are amassing we are storing the information that we are typing. For that, we are on change in input. We are setting the input in the new value inside this useState, and when we press enter in the input, we are submitting a form. And when we submit a form, I am preventing the default that happens when a form is submitted, because there are a lot of things that happens and I don't want the default things. What I want to happen is we are pushed in the dynamic route of the new of the page that I inputted. So this will call this page that will have the name that we wrote, and in here we can see that I have a p class name. This is just for a better display, and what we have inside the p is the slug, which we are getting right here. The slug that is being get from the previous page, and we also have a back button. That is precisely what we do. So we can type anything we want here, like yay treats. Press enter, and now we are at yay treats. So this is how dynamic routes work. And I also want to show you parallel routes. That is very interesting, and we are already in the subject. Let's see how this works. Like in parallel routes, we can see that we only have a parallel route, but we can check out that we also have folders in here and a layout. Let's check out how this works. Well, the way that it works is we have a interface that is calling React Nodes application. What this is we are calling what is happening here in the folder. The children will always be the information of the default. What means is if we had another folder in here called, it is like we had another folder in here with this sign and children, and we are also calling 1 and 2. We are calling the thing that is in here and inside of here. So inside of here, we can see that we have a h1 with 1, inside here, h1 with 2, and a h1 with parallel rows. And in the layout, we are saying that the children goes here, and we have a div, and this div is inputting a flex where these two pages will be side by side. So the result is we are seeing 3 pages at once, and you can play with this with many pages as you want. I inputted an example of 1 and 2, but this could be called anything you want. Well, I hope this video helped you to understand routes, and I see you in the next one. Bye bye.